And we're back with another edition of the CMB Sports Show as we come off one of our biggest arguments we've ever had, where me and Cole just argued over text message for probably 8 days straight now.
I think it's been eight days. I mean, working overtime for this show, trying to make good content. You know what I mean? And everybody's eating it up. I'm here for it.
Yeah, poor Chase got drug in the middle of it today. He just wanted to talk about college basketball, and all of a sudden we just got right back in like two cats just back at it.
You just never know, man. You never know when it's gonna pop up and in conversation. And if you're around me and Braylon and it comes up, I'm sorry. It's nothing. And like we say some pretty bad things to each other, and it's never personal. We know it's not. We've been doing this for years. We're pretty much professionals now. Uh, but I love it.
Yeah, my dad actually said something about that not so long ago about me and you can just be in like a serious argument and then it's just like nothing. Like we've just learned how to argue.
I mean, yeah, it's never personal. I remember I was actually telling Lindsay a couple years back when Mac Jones had to fill in for soft body Tua, and obviously it didn't go our way, and we got drug through the mud, and it is what it is, and wore it on my chest, and we bounced back, win a natty, and I mean everything comes back full circle, so it's fine. Like it's all good. You roll with the
Yeah,
punches. It's just part of it.
I feel like you have to be able to argue
That's
about
probably
sports like without taking it too seriously.
yeah, that's, yeah, definitely, definitely, and that's what makes it fun. Like that's what makes it the rivalry. But it is probably one of my favorite things about our friendship is that I could sit here and dog you personally about Auburn, and then it's
Yeah,
all
it
good
just is what it is.
because you'll just bounce it right back at me, and it's fine. We're all good.
Yeah, so today we're gonna go ahead and do a college football team total just in case we have a lot going on Wednesday and can't get to that, or this could end up just being a bonus one. But we're gonna
Yeah.
do that, and then we're going to do a baseball draft, I guess you would call it, where we spin a wheel. It gives us a team. We go position by position, picking players, and we're gonna end up seeing who can put together a better team, basically with the luck of the wheel on our side.
Yep. And for you guys listening on the podcast, this is gonna be a visual. We're actually gonna have the wheel of death up there, so you might want to switch over to the tube and watch it over there. Might make it a little bit better. Just a pro tip.
Yeah, we'll do our best to commentate it to try to keep you in the loop, but there'll definitely be something that's YouTube friendly for this. But I think it'll be fun.
Oh yeah.
All right, so you want?
So who you got for your team total
Yeah,
pick?
mine this week is simple. I'm taking Air Force over 8.5. I know that's kind of an off the wall pick, but they won 10 games last year, 10-3. Um, they're projected right now to be favored in every single game. So do the math there. They only got to win 9. They're projected to be favored in all of them.
Hmm.
So you'd have to be upset 3 times, and you could still hit. So they,
Yep.
they keep it simple. They've got one of the worst schedules. They run the ball. Last year they averaged 5 yards per carry. How do you average 5 yards per carry when the other team knows you're running the ball? That's all it
Dominance
is.
is the only
It's
answer.
just we're gonna run it, and there's nothing you can do about it. But their schedule is the easiest I've probably ever seen in college football. They start with Northern Iowa, then have Colorado, at Wyoming, versus Nevada, versus Navy, at Utah, at UNLV, versus Boise State, at Army, versus New Mexico State, versus Colorado State, and then at San Diego State. There are no threats on that schedule.
No, not in the slightest.
Their road games are at San Diego State, at Army, at UNLV, at Utah State, and at Wyoming. Honestly, I think Army is the scariest game on the schedule.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I completely agree.
So that's basically all I'm basing it on. I saw a stat saying that they're projected to be favored in every game, so I figured that probably had a lot to do with their schedule and not necessarily how good they are. And then when I pulled up their schedule, it started to
Hmm.
make sense. Like there's just no threats. They don't really have a true Power Five school on here. Besides, I mean, like we say
Yeah,
Colorado, but Colorado's one of the worst football teams in the country. So there's no threat there at all.
just awful. Yeah, no, no, they should be fine.
But that's it for me. That's pretty straightforward. You give me a team that's projected to be favored in every single game, and they only have to win 9. I like mods a lot.
Yeah, I like that too. I like that too for sure. Um, so for my pick, um, it takes a lot for me to take this pick just because they have been so bad recently. But it's going to be Texas. They're at 8.5 right now. I think that's a good spot for them. I think that the Big 12 is up for grabs with um, Lincoln Riley leaving and Oklahoma with the new coach, and they have a bunch of transfers, transfer out. So definitely not the side of the transfer portal you want to be on. They get Baylor at the end of the season, which is huge, and it's at home. And they also have Alabama at home. Those are two notable games. I don't think they beat Alabama, but you know, at home, midday, Texas Sun, never know. I hope not, but I mean, I would pick Alabama, but you still, I mean, it's that one's a tough one to pick. Um, Oklahoma, like I said, in the middle of the game or in the middle of the season, I think that's going to be a big statement game. You say they drop one early to Alabama. They have they start with ULM, okay, win. Alabama loss, UTSA win, at Texas Tech win, West Virginia at home win, Oklahoma neutral site, Iowa State, Oklahoma State might be a loss. I think they're still kind of good. They're always going to be tough at home, anyways. Kansas State, TCU at Kansas. Maybe they can make a bounce back after losing them to them last year. But they were 5-7 last year, and I think that this is like it's the darkest before the dawn kind of scenario. Like you have Sarkeesian, who's probably one of the best play callers in the world. Um, pro, college, it doesn't matter. Like he does it better than anybody. And I see them really bouncing back. They have a good roster. They have good quarterbacks. They're deep. I mean, they're pretty much deep everywhere now, and they have a couple Alabama transfers that I know of. Like Billingsley was a problem when he wanted to be, and I think the Big 12 defenses really aren't going to have, I guess, the size across the field to kind of cover him because he's kind of a mismatch because he's just so fast and big. Um, So I feel good with that. I think they're going to be on the come up, even though I just hate them so much. I think they are. I also hate this. I hate saying that Texas is back because they're just like every other team. Like they have their ups and downs. They only won one championship. I don't know. You know that's being there, but they fell off pretty quick. Um, so I think Texas will be back with this one. I
Yeah,
guess
I've got this one written down too in my list. It's a little further down, but I'm high on Texas this year. Especially what did you say the number was?
definitely
9.5, 8.5,
8.5,
and
eight and a half. They
they're
only have to win
second.
9.
I'm pretty sure they're second favored to win that conference behind Oklahoma, and it's not by much. I think they're like
Correct.
plus 200.
Behind
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
So, I mean, if you could finish, if they stay on that path and they finish second in their conference, they're probably winning 9 or 10 games and playing in the conference title game. And so
Right.
to me,
Right.
they're bringing back a top 5 running back in Bijan Robinson. They're bringing back a good wide
Bijan
receiver
Robinson.
core. And Quinn Ewers could be the biggest thing in Texas since Johnny Manziel. His arm, like if his arm is as good as everyone says it is, his talent wise, and he
Yeah.
has, I don't know if you've ever seen him, but he rocks blonde mullet. He has been for 2 years. Like before it was
Yeah.
even popular again, he was already rocking just a naturally country mullet. And I mean, he's going to take over Texas if he's good. Plus, like you said, he's got Sarkeesian, who's the
Yeah.
best play caller in college football. He's up there. Like to me, when I think of the guys that torched the country at Alabama, it's Lane Kiffin and Sarkeesian. Those guys just have like
Yeah.
their minds just work different on offense than everyone else. So he's in good hands. I
Right.
think if he lives up to the hype, they'll be like national championship contenders.
Yeah. For sure. Within the next 2 years, like very quickly. And I mean, it like we talked about it. It was we posted on Facebook like they're one of the richest programs, like money wise. So the boosters are there. They obviously have some of the nicest facilities in the country. Um, like they're in the spot. They're just I mean they're big for a reason. They're a big brand for a reason. They're just like Alabama. They're just like Ohio State. Like they're they're usually pretty good, and I think they're getting back to that. I don't think they were good with what's his name? What was the quarterback's
Colt
name?
McCoy.
Um, Not Elliott. No, after him. Like just recently. He's with the Colts now.
Oh, yes, Sam Ellinger.
Ellinger, Sam Ellinger. Like they were good with him, but I mean, getting back to like that Vince Young, Colt McCoy kind of era, I think this is like their first step. I think this is like their stepping stone to being back. Um, so yeah, and at 8.5, I was like, yeah,
That's
okay,
why
it's now or never.
that's why I put it so low on my list of ones to pick. It's just because it's 8.5. That just like feels kind of fishy to me. To where I feel like it should be closer to like 9.5 or 10. Because I honestly think they're
Yeah,
gonna have a chance to win the conference. Like to me, it's them or Oklahoma. I think Baylor's kind of
yeah,
down. I think Oklahoma State will be a little down. So I think it's just whoever lives up to the hype. How good is the Venables at Oklahoma now? How good is Quinn Ewers at Texas? I think that's the two deciding factors.
right. Yeah,
So I
definitely,
like that pick. I like that a lot.
definitely.
Plus, even if Quinn Ewers isn't any good, you can just pound the rock with Bijan Robinson all game, and he's perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, and yeah, you have so many weapons too, like on the outside. Uh, It would be hard. I mean, you would have to be really bad to not at least be average. You know what I mean? You could be a game manager and be good with this team. It's that they're built like that. So I mean, I feel pretty good about it. It's one of the ones. It's one of my picks so far that I feel really good about.
Yeah, it's a good pick. I like it.
So, well, that got the college football out of the way. No arguments, nice and clean.
Don't get used to
Let's
that.
get to the MLB baseball. No, don't get used to it. Wait till the season starts, man. We'll argue about who even knows. It could be a FCS game. I don't know.
We still argue
Um,
once a month
but
about the
I do want to
2018
make a
Northwestern team or whatever year that was. Like,
yeah, just for no reason. Just for no reason. Oh man, nuts. But I want to make a special call out. You know, if you see a Braves fan tomorrow, give them a hug. It's been a really tough weekend. They had to go. The Braves had to go to New York and play them 5 times, and they just got DeGrom back. So like the vibes are up over there. Like their closer is trending on Twitter, and he doesn't even speak English. Like it's just a rough time. It was a rough weekend for a Braves fan. So if you see him, give him a hug. Even if you're a Braves fan, hug yourself. It's not the end of the world. We're 6.5 games back. We've been in worse spots. There's still time, and even if we don't catch them, we still have the wild card, and we're fine. We're still in a good spot. I still like our squad. Um, you know, we've been there. We've been there, and they have it. in the playoffs. So we're still in a good spot. So don't get down on yourselves, Braves
Nobody,
fans.
we don't talk enough about just how cool Edwin Diaz his entrance is, though. He has to have the best entrance of any closer in baseball right now.
It's cool. It's
And
really
yeah, I
cool.
mean, I think y'all still play him 7 times.
And
Is that true?
yeah, I think it's a lot.
Anyways, what were you fixing to say about Diaz?
I want to say we play them. I know we get back to.
I'm pretty
Let me
sure
check the
that
schedule.
at the after the
What were you
All
saying
Star
about
break is
Diaz?
that y'all are going to play them 12 times after the break. So you got 5 out of the way now. I think there's still 2 more series coming.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think we still go like back and forth one more time. Um, we'll look at it later. Anyways, um, it's crazy because Edwin Diaz hit like rock bottom like 2 years ago and like last year where he was just so bad with the Mets when he got traded there or either he signed with them. He was so bad and he was good before and I don't know what it was, but he's got his juice back. I mean, he is so good.
Yeah, I mean, at one point, Frank the Tank was, instead of Edwin Diaz, Frank the Tank was calling him Ed Lose Diaz. He said he just blew every game in the ninth inning. They've got him and the other, I noticed the other lefty that they had when they played the Yankees, who was nasty too. There's like, he closed one game that when they were resting Edwin Diaz, and like
Yeah.
that's huge in the playoffs. You have 2 guys coming out of the pen. Like, you could end the game in the 7th inning.
Yeah, not only do you have, Scherzer, DeGrom, Carrasco, uh, who's their other
The guy they
guy? They
got
got
from
one
the
more
A's,
guy.
I can't even remember his name. Bassett.
Chris Bassett. Yes. And you have, Edwin Diaz, and I don't even know the other guy's name, but I don't know. They're so good. And they got Vogelback,
He's a
who is
unit.
just he's got that dog in him.
He's a definition of a unit.
Um, unit. Uh, so I don't know. It is what it is. Maybe it's their year. Hopefully the Yankees stop them. I'm honestly, take the Braves fan away. Seeing a all New York World Series would be kind of cool, like in our lifetime. And I think this is the year,
I
and that
tell
would be
you,
awesome.
today, watching the Cardinals Yankees series, I could see that being a World Series matchup that could be one of the greatest of all time. I don't know if you got to watch it. Like today's game, the final was like 12
Yeah,
to
that
8. It felt like
no,
a boxing match. It was
yeah,
9 to 8, and then I think they had a 3 run in the bottom of the 8,
right.
which is it's tough right now for the Yankees. They've lost 5 straight.
Jeez,
They got swept by the Cardinals, but they got a little injury bug going on right now. So I'm not really too worried about it. Rizzo's down,
yeah,
Stanton's still down. We'll have Bader eventually, and today was Montas's first start. I
yeah,
think he'll settle in, and we'll be all right.
and they have such a big lead, like not that you should be complacent, but if there's a time to get cold, it's now, so you can heat back up before. Not that you want to plan it that way, but if it just kind of happens organically like that, I don't see
Yeah,
anything wrong with it.
they've lost 5 straight.
Because you have to get cold at
Yes,
some point.
exactly. They've lost 5 straight. It's their biggest losing streak of the year, and the Mets are on fire right now, and they just now called them and tied them for the best record in baseball. So you lose 5 straight, and then somebody catches you as not even a team in the American League, a team in the National League catches you as the best
Yeah,
record in baseball. So I'm still not worried about it.
right. No, it should be fine. And I would watch out for the Orioles though. You know, they sold out like for the first time in years Saturday. I don't know if you saw that, the pictures of the stadium of Camden Yards,
They
but
sold
it's
out
filled to the
after they
brim,
traded Trey
which
Mancini.
is kind of cool to see.
It's
It's sold
also
out.
kind of ironic how his first 3 swings with the Astros are all home runs, and it's like Do you realize how much the Orioles screwed themselves by scooting that wall back? To where if they would have left it where it was,
Yeah,
Mancini's numbers fell
definitely.
off so hard this year because he was hitting homers right down, left field, left center, and then you scoot the fence 10 feet back,
Yeah,
and now his numbers fall a ton, and now you're going to trade him. It's like if you knew you're going to scoot the wall back, why wouldn't you trade
right.
him last year? You'd get more value out of it, or wait to scoot the wall back after this season.
Whoever made that decision needs to be fired. Like home
Yeah,
runs are cool. We need more home runs. We need more action. I'm tired of oh, there's too many home runs being hit. Dude, there's not enough. There's not enough. I don't care. I don't care about the pitcher's feelings. Like, oh, the pitchers kind of don't like it. They're getting pimped on and stuff. Who cares?
yeah. I
Be
mean, people
better.
still talk about the summer of '96 or '98, whatever it was. Sosa, McGuire.
Exactly. Bring that back. Anyways, let's get on with this draft. Let me get the wheel of death up here. Boom, there it is.
Here we
Welcome
go.
to the wheel of death. Some call it the wheel of opportunity. You want to go first? Want me to go first? It's
Yeah,
all
it don't
random.
matter. You can go first. Okay.
You got it. Okay, I'll go first. Okay, spinning that puppy now.
This will be. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
Oakland A's first pick. I don't even know if I could name a player they have. I want to say they have a really good catcher, and his name's
Yep.
Sean
That's
Murphy.
who I would have taken too.
So I think that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go ahead and get the catcher out of the way. That way I don't have to worry about it, and take Sean Murphy. That's the only
Yeah,
guy I can
pretty
think
much.
of.
Same here.
To be honest. All right. Spinning for Braylon's pick. He gets the Cleveland Indians. Actually, the Cleveland Guardians.
Ramirez.
What position do
Third,
you
I
want him at?
guess.
Okay. All right.
Pretty good
Let's
start
get
for
it.
me.
Spinning now for my second pick. Pittsburgh Pirates. Twitter wants me to take O'Neal Cruz right here, but I'm going to have to take Brian Reynolds.
Okay.
He's a switch hitting, overall, just great athlete. Center fielder. I mean, O'Neal Cruz is good, but I just want a little bit more stability and predictability in my lineup for a one-game scenario.
Yeah. I mean,
All right.
you've got the shaft right now so far. Your first two picks being them.
Perfect. Braylon Brakefield
Phillies.
gets the
I'm
Philadelphia
taking
Phillies.
JT Realmuto.
It's a good pick. Are we doing injuries as well? Do they have to be
Nah.
active? Okay. All right.
Make
Colton's
baseball
third
great
pick.
again. Turn
Let's see
injuries
who we
off.
get here.
Mariners.
I like that. That's my favorite. That's my favorite setting to change. So I got the Seattle Mariners. We got a lot of speed out there right now, but I'm going to shift Julio Rodriguez over and make him play left. And
Yeah,
is
that's
that
fine.
allowed? Are we doing it like
Yeah.
that? Just three outfielders? Okay. I feel pretty good about
He's a
that one.
stud.
All-star. I mean, hit the most home runs in the home run derby. Leads or top top of the league in stolen bases. Man,
Cardinals.
Braylon gets the St. Louis
I'm
Cardinals.
taking Paul Goldschmidt.
That's a good pick. Front runner for the
MVP.
MVP. I mean, I'm just not
You're
having
really
good
not.
luck here. I need an Aaron Judge right here. I needed Aaron Judge right here. I just got the New York Yankees. I'm taking Aaron Judge. He's playing right field. Let's go.
All right, so your
Just what I
outfield
needed.
is full. You basically got a pitcher,
My
your
outfield's.
infield, and then DH.
Let's go, man. That's
That was a
huge.
big
That's
spin
so
by you right
huge.
there.
So happy right now. Don't do. Okay.
The Reds.
Braylon gets the Cincinnati Reds by the hair of his chinny chin chin. He almost got the Dodgers. Who you taking?
What is their second baseman's name? Indica? Jonathan Inciarte or something? India? Jonathan India?
No, yeah, Jonathan India. He played at
Yes.
Florida. Long hair
That's what I'm
guy.
taking.
He's good. That'd be a good
I
pick.
thought about going Votto for DH, but I don't know if I'm ready to give that spot up yet.
Yeah, he would be a good DH though. I don't know about his numbers
His
this year,
numbers
but
are
I
up,
mean,
I think.
it's Joey Votto.
I think the past 2 years he's like
Really?
his home run numbers went up. Rangers. That ain't bad. They just signed 2 pretty solid infielders.
Yeah. It's just where do I want to put him? I want Marcus Semien. Can I put him at shortstop? He's a
You can do
shortstop,
that.
right? I mean, he doesn't play there.
He's a shortstop playing second base to me.
Yeah. Okay. I almost went there that pitcher, but I didn't.
So you're going Simeon at short?
What's his name? Yeah, Semien at short. All right. Braylon Brakefield, 5th pick. He gets the Oakland
Jesus.
Athletics.
I don't even know any of their outfielders. I guess I could take who's the center fielder?
Should we use a
Who's the
lifeline
center fielder they've got?
and Google it?
I know he's got a freaking cannon.
Isn't it that no, he's with the Yeah, is it still
Yes.
him?
Yeah,
Let's use the
I don't know why I
lifeline.
can't remember his name. Ramon Laureano. That stinks. That's
Yep.
a really bad pick. Yeah.
Center field?
Yeah, that's
So fun fact about him, we went a couple years ago, this is like pre-COVID. We went to a game, like a random game in Nashville, me, mom, and Jake, and we just went to the game there because it was raining everywhere else, because we're just weirdos and just drive everywhere for games. Anyways, he got called up mid-game, and then like the next week he made that throw from like left center and ran the ball down in left center, threw it all the way to first, and we were like, dude, we just watched that guy. It was awesome.
yeah.
It was totally
He's
cool.
got one of those. He's got a freakishly good arm.
Yeah.
But still, that's a very bad pick.
All right, I'm going with my
Quit giving us the A's.
next spin. I have the New York Mets. This is kind of tough for me, honestly. But I have to go. So here's my thought process here. So I want to take Jacob deGrom, but you also have Pete Alonso or Max Scherzer. I have to go to Grom. I can't miss this. I can't miss
Jacob
this.
DeGrom.
There's only one DeGrom. Got to. Andy's back, so it's not even
Plus,
cheating.
I mean, it's super weird that his last name is spelled DeGrom, like DE or lowercase, and the G's capitalized.
Right?
The White
That is weird.
Sox.
All right, so Braylon gets the Chicago White Sox.
I'm gonna take. Ugh, this is gonna make me sick to my stomach, Cole. I don't want to do it. You know
Do
what?
it,
I'm not
buddy.
gonna do it. I'm gonna
I know
take
what you're
Luis
thinking.
Robert. I'm just not gonna take it.
There you go. That's the curveball we needed in this draft. Where you put
Well,
him in the left or right.
yeah, I'm just not gonna do it. You can't make me do it. I'm pulling my Nick Saban card. So quit asking.
Do you think it's yeah, just quit asking. Do you think it's
I have no
Robert
idea.
or Robert?
I've heard people say both.
I
I think it's
yeah,
Robert, and Robert
I don't
sounds
know.
cooler than Robert.
Right. Okay, so
Phillies.
literally by the hair of my
Yeah,
chin,
you almost got a double dip.
it goes from the New York Mets to the Philadelphia Phillies, which there's still some talent there that I could grab. It just depends on how I want to go about it. Do I want to get Bryce Harper even though he's hurt? Is he still
No, he's
playing?
hurt.
He's like
Yeah,
he's like out right now, right?
but still,
I
that's
can't do
fair.
that.
Yeah, I mean,
Is
if
it
I had this
though?
pick, that's what I would take.
I just I just feel bad for doing it, but I don't want Alec Baum. I don't want Reese Hoskins, and I don't want whoever they're rolling out there at second
I just say you
base.
could take Gene
Gene
Segura.
Segura.
He's guaranteed to hit 290.
I guess, man, but
Yeah.
I gotta go Bryce Harper. I can't
All right.
not.
So now all you're missing is first, second, and third.
This
I
is
have
not how I thought
pitcher,
this would go.
shortstop, right,
Thought I
and
would have those
DH though.
first.
The
Okay.
Angels.
Okay. So Braylon Brakefield gets the Angels.
Who do I take? Which one do I take? Do I? I think I have to take Shohei.
You're kind of making
I
three
know because I
choices
could
here.
put him at pitcher or DH.
You putting Otani in the yeah. I mean, he technically can
Or
do
if I have a
both.
DH, you don't have to hit. You know what? He's been. I'm taking Mike Trout. I'm not even gonna deal with the Otani thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So my
Right field
outfield's done.
or DH. It's a pretty good. So we're kind of at a good stopping point right here. We'll just go through what we got. So Braylon has no pitcher. He still can pick a pitcher. JT Realmuto, Paul Goldschmidt, Jonathan India, Jose Ramirez. Shortstop is open. Left field is Luis Robert. Uh, Center fielder is the dude with the cannon. I
Ramon
don't even
Laureano.
know his name. Yes, yes, correct. Right field is Mike Trout. DH is still open. And for me, I have DeGrom at pitcher, Sean Murphy at catcher. First, second, and third are available. Marcus Semien, Julio Rodriguez, Brian Reynolds, Aaron Judge, Bryce Harper. And it is my pick. And the wheel is spinning.
Tampa Bay Rays.
Okay. So I get the Tampa Bay Rays. Trying to think. I know they got G-Man Choi. He wouldn't be bad, honestly. I don't know how he's doing this year, but he usually does pretty good. I'm assuming Brandon Lowe still plays second for him. and I don't even know who plays third.
Yandy Diaz, I think.
I'm gonna have to take Brandon Lowe here.
That's what I
Dude's
was
an
thinking.
absolute baller. I like that. I like that pick. That's a good lefty bat. The wheel is spinning for Braylon, and it stops on the St. Louis Cardinals again.
Okay, so I'm going to take DH, and I'm taking Arenado.
That's good.
Which really, if he
It's pretty good.
really, I'd probably put him at third and let Ramirez DH.
Yeah, which is fair. And I just pulled the Toronto Blue Jays. Who plays third? Does it even matter?
No, it doesn't.
I don't think it matters.
Matt Chapman.
Taking Vlad Jr. here. Still taking Vlad
Yeah,
Jr.
you
here.
got to. All right, so I've got a pitcher and shortstop left.
Jeez. The wheel is spinning. Okay.
Oh wait, no, that ain't bad. I'm taking Javi Baez.
Yeah, Detroit Tigers. He takes Javi Baez. That's not bad.
Definitely
Could be worse.
Although he is like one of the worst hitters of all time.
Yeah.
Every once in a while he'll run into one.
Well, that's right. And I mean, maybe it's this time. So for my last pick,
Rockies.
I finished with the
Third
Colorado
baseman.
Rockies. Third baseman. I actually love this pick for me because his name is Ryan McMahon, and he drops tanks. Isn't that his name? Is
I
it
thought you were
Ryan?
going to take Chris Bryant.
For third base? He's like only outfield now.
That works. Ryan McMahon.
Dude's a
MLB
liability.
The Show legend.
Yeah, last year he dropped bombs. Or I mean, I guess I could take Chris Bryant, but he didn't even play
That's
third
fair.
for him.
I appreciate the integrity.
It would just be I would just take him for the name factor. I just want to I want to be I'm not here for the clout. I am here for the clout. All right, my bad. Last pick. Who is Braylon going to put at pitcher? Braylon pulls the Atlanta Braves.
Do I take the Strider kid who's been shoving? Or do I go Freed? Or do I go Soroka? Who would you take? Who do you want starting Game 7 for your team?
It's tough. Right now.
I would think it's Strider right now.
It's so hard. I don't know, man. He throws so many pitches. I'm not sold on him. He's nasty, but like in a playoff setting, I just feel like he's not. I don't know.
I'm leaning Max Fried right now.
Because he's still good.
That's kind of
you
what
wouldn't,
I'm
or
leaning.
you would. He's been pitching really well, but you also have Charlie Morton. Like in a one-game scenario, Charlie Morton's got that dog in him. But he's old. But then you also have Soroka, who was looking like the next Tom Glavine, righty Tom Glavine.
I'm gonna go Max Fried.
I like that. He's nasty. I mean, in a one game, if we looked up his numbers from the playoffs last year, he was really good. He's been really good this year.
We can we'll make some lineups and then I'll get a graphic up. we'll see what everybody thinks who won this.
Cool.
You kind of,
I think it's gonna be
I know, I
pretty.
agree.
It's pretty
At
even.
first, I thought I was going to run away with it with the way the wheel was going for you.
This has actually turned out
I
really
like,
well.
I like the wheel a lot.
I thought. I mean, I thought like the futures team was gonna be better than my team, but it didn't. It all turned around with that Aaron Judge, the Aaron
You
Judge
get some
pick.
clutch
But
picks towards the end.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of liking this because I would let you switch out Arenado for
Okay,
Jose Ramirez.
just for graphic purposes.
I mean, that's how. I mean, if you're a manager, that's how you would do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fire. This actually was cool. I hope this turns out well in the vid. Get this wheel out of here. Sick.
Yeah,
Really
that was a
happy
lot of
about
fun.
that. Really happy. Well, what you got, man? You got anything you want to get off your
Not really.
chest?
I do have this sweet shirt on tonight. Bikini Bottom Bubble Bowl. Best
Like that.
halftime celebration of all time.
That's fire. Oh, I do want to call out Monday night. So, we're recording Sunday night. Tomorrow night, I'm going to the Lady Gaga concert. I will send pics. I'm pretty pumped.
Really?
Big Lady Gaga fan. So,
We should play the hits,
yeah,
play
what's
you
not
some
to like?
Poker Face.
Poker Face. I think she opens with that, and she'll play Shallow. Telephone, all that good stuff.
Poker Face is the only one that I know. I'm not a huge Gaga head.
Yeah. No, she's actually a pretty good actress. We've seen her in a couple TV shows and then that movie with Bradley Cooper. But I mean, I'm excited. It's at Nationals Park, so
And
I'll
we've
send
got
a
to
pic
get.
in. You'll catch me on
We were
Twitter.
going to try to get Chase on tonight, but he's got some work schedule conflicts for now. So
Oh yeah,
once he's good to go, we'll run the Dundies back. Dundies Part 2 for the 2/3 of the season awards. I think that's kind of his
Dundies.
segment on our show now.
Yeah, I like that.
So
I like that. Because he'll be good, man. He'll be good. He's knowledgeable about most sports. The big three, anyways. Bring him in for some awards. That'll be awesome.
It was a lot of fun last time too. That's probably one of my favorite episodes.
Oh yeah. I like flexing my brain and being creative. It's good for the noggin.
That's all I've got.
But that's all I got, man. Unless you got anything else.
That's it.
Well, as usual, let's attack on Monday. Let's get after this week. Let's have a good week. We need the Braves and the Yankees to get hot. And we need the Cardinals to stay hot for Nicky G because that dude's just a cool dude. So let's